Okay, I'm back in the dungeon where you hear the fan. Not a fan, not a fan. Oh, so I don't see any markings in this. And it did not test for 14K. It's not marked. Although it really looks like gold. Don't tell me to test it for 10K because that's not a thing. I don't know how the jeweler, fuck my life. I don't know how the jeweler does it, but like I tested it. I used the acid just for shits and giggles, a 10 carat. It doesn't eat the line. You might say, oh, see, it's 10 carat. No. Tested this. It's silver, 10K, didn't eat the line. Tested this, it's brass, 10K, didn't eat the line. So are these all 10 karat gold? Methinks not. So it's really, like if I'm not sure, if I know it's not 14, then I have to take it to the jeweler. It's the only way to know. It's the only way. And they can usually tell just by eyeballing. They're good like that. They can just like look at it and go, yeah, this isn't gold. We don't even need to test it. Or maybe it is, we can't tell, so let's test it. Yeah. Okay, I see. Look at this, is what I got at the Goodwill today. And it has the little tiny guy. And I haven't cleaned it proper. Cleaned it, but not proper. Oh my god. Dirt. Okay, I'll just be one of those people that shows you everything. Another brooch that I don't need. Oh, as I was saying before, I cut myself off and I ate. I'm starving. Or maybe this isn't what I was saying, but I was going to say it earlier. You know, Trifari. Like if you see some of the super old ass Trifari, and there was like a couple different designers that designed for Trifari back then. There's a couple pieces that sell for 7,000, 4,000. I'm talking a brooch. And they're originators of the Jelly Belly. So yeah, Trifari. Just all the Trifari I get is shit Trifari. And I imagine that's mostly what you get. And no offense, but that's... Well, here's that Beerby guy again. I like the cut of his jib, and it's probably a chick. One earring. But I've been getting these lately. And they sell, you know, $15, $20. No biggie. But I just always like the look of it. And then it's Bieber. Maybe it's Justin Bieber. Okay, this is super out of the round. Can't tell. I'll do the magnet. Not that, as we know, means much of nothing. This isn't Travis. I need my Travis. This new one is fine, but it's... well, it's not too bad. Yeah, not marked. So it'll go in the little smaller one that goes with the little earrings and brooches and little tiny things. Okay, this is... I left my trash can out there. Boop. This is... no. I'll use my new basket. I got this at the Goodwill today. Isn't it cool? Well, I was going to say hand woven. They're all hand woven. I have no idea. It doesn't look very old, but I have no idea. Like, I paid $4. That's the idea I have. Well, no, I'm not going to use that because... Oh, here's the trash. Never mind. Look at me in this position. It's not sexy. There's the trash pile. Yay! Because I see a lot of trash in the trash pile's future. I see lots and lots. I'm trying to... Here's one of them. Still haven't found those 14 karat gold natural pearl necklace. Not natural, but saltwater. I guess that's natural, right? I don't know what it is. It's somewhere. It didn't get thrown out. That positively didn't get thrown out. But usually the fancier stuff I find, I don't care if these pearls have a mark on them or whatever. I don't care about any of this. I'm rambling. I love a tassel. We know Marg Rock hates tassels, and yes, I call her Mog Rock. Mog Rock? Marg Rock. Huh?
When he kind of snorted, you know, when he goes...
Yeah.
Your dad did that too, and you go all beautiful. Yo, brother.
You did it back to him?
Yeah, I did it back to him. He was like, I don't know.
Well, you're not supposed to... You're supposed to be the adult in the situation. That's my husband talking about the kitty cat. Kitty cat. not putting it in, I'm not gonna put it in. Ew, that hair looks like a pube. It does though. Well, hopefully the 8 pounds is better. Yeah. This would be a nice rosary. I only get broken rosaries. I never get sterling. And this is a pretty one though. It's not sterling, but it's pretty, but it's broken. So, I think my son is now collecting them, so he will get this one. See? Broken. I don't care so much. I don't get all angry when the lots are cheap. Like the 8 pound for 40. How hard is it? Oh my god. How hard is that to make my money back? This will go in a little pile. I'll just try to put it back together for him. Well, the cross is pretty. It's not silver, I can tell by the back. A quick check on the back, and it's not sterling. Not that it needs to be marked, but you can just tell. Oh shit, here's more of the rosary. Big. Well. I should hate this. Why don't I hate this? It's lightweight. I think these are all acrylic beads. I will not take the time right now, so I will put it in, not the trash. But yeah, these lots have gone down in quality because when I was first getting them, kind of in the beginning of the row, some good shit. This is just garbage. I'm just trying to get this garbage to go on the garbage, broken garbage. And these aren't advertised as they know better. They just put some broken, some not, a little bit of everything. Alright? Instead of over-promising and then under-delivering, you get what you get. And we told you that's what you're getting. So get over it. I think I like this bracelet. Is it a necklace? I don't like it as a necklace. God, everything's broken right now. This is not great. Even though they advertise it. You really kind of hope not everything is broken. This isn't a good video, I apologize. I don't like doing them in here. I like doing them when I'm home alone. So I'll do the 8 pound. I'll wait till I'm home alone for the 8 pound. I guess this isn't broken, but it's cheap. But I want to see what it does, because I like the idea of it. Yep, I sure do. And it's not broken. I stand corrected. This is going to straighten this out. Yeah, this is just more tassels. Sorry, Mark Rock. Allows me some metal tassels. Yeah, pretty. Cool. Oh, keep wanting to pass the trash over there. I'll show you this vintage jewelry box I got today at the thrift as well. I think it was $6, yeah. I'm probably gonna sell it, but it's really cool. It should sell for at least 14. I saw this in the picture. I did see this. And it's as cool as I thought it would be. Maybe cooler. Clinkety clink, and look at how pretty. You see? These are like little, it's not marked, it's just cool. I will ask a lot for it. It's some kind of alloy. I mean, I'll magnet it, but I'm 100% sure. No, never say 100. 99.9. It's not silver. It's not sterling. Well, it doesn't matter that it's not magnetic. It doesn't mean it's sterling. Listen to me trying to argue with myself so I can be right. It's true, though. You know it's true. Y'all know. I need Travis back. It's just cool. It's cool. I like it. I have a hard time selling that. Darn it. Okay, it's going in the pile of cool. So one cool thing. No, I like these earrings. Well, I'll do it in the wrap up. I like to say that. Just missing anything. So yeah, anyways, the common, this is kind of beat. common. This is either Trifari Monet or Cerakote or one of these bullshit ones that don't sell. Come on, Monet. Leisner. Same thing. It'd be nicer if it wasn't so, it's pretty torn up from the floor and up. But I would list it as such. And this I wouldn't say distress. I would say there's lots of signs of wear. Some things can be pulled off as distressed, and other things you just, that's tacky. You gotta put, oh yeah, this one. We saw this one too. Modern. Well, I knew it was modern because I could tell, but it was just, I like the cut of its gibberoo. Just want to see, please, it's not Clover Sign with that. It's probably Bauble Bar, some other shit that I always get. 2028? Is that a thing? 20? I mean, I know 1928. Really, 20? I'll show you how pretty it is in a moment. Why I'm taking so much time to figure it out. Okay, did 1928 have a company started called 2028? Because that's just weird. This is beautiful. I kind of don't want to sell it. Okay. You don't want to sell it. Why is it I gotta like all the pretty things that would sell? I don't keep them all, trust me. I'm not really even a catch and release or as much as I'll just put it up. Look how pretty. Right? Tell me who 2028 is. Are they related to 1928? Because if it said 1928, I'd be like, oh, of course it is. 1928. This is something they would do, but... And trust me, my eyes are bad, but I see that it says, and it's going in the small pile because I love it. Oh yeah, and I love these. I love these in the picture. And I love them just as much. So I'm getting confused. I remember this now. I remember why I bought it. But I thought this was one that hadn't even shipped yet. So I'm getting, yeah. Look at these. Vintage. I hate these clasps. Because I always have a hard time with them. These old, look at these. They are, I need Travis. Glass, I mean, I knew that. But oh my god. I mean, I could tell by feeling. I was just trying to see, is there like a pattern or... The pattern is what I call, gorgeous. They're just, I don't know if you can see, I'm sorry. You see, they're like, well, you can see, they're like sparkly. Just everything. Okay, those two pieces right there. 3 pieces, actually. I'm done. I'm good. Doesn't matter what else is not in here or is in here. Another one of those, which makes me wonder, if you really close these ones. Kind of like, why was this an invention? What the hell, people? Why? Okay, I'm not going to spend today doing that. Pretty. Real pretty. Pretty. It's pretty. Who am I imitating? It's pretty. And whoever it is I'm imitating, I love her. Imitation is the best form of flattery. I even have my boobs in, but it doesn't look like it. That's how beachy and whaley I look today. But I have my pretty, pretty baby situation. Yeah, I'm getting hot. Yeah, I don't get hot anymore. Yeah, never really did, actually. Not much of a stoner. But I am definitely addicted to nicotine. And I have no this is cool. For a stretchy. Some kind of agate. Everything's agate, right? Everything's agate in my book. Cloisonne. Tiny. Okay, I need to find Travis. You guys are going to have to bear with me. Where did Travis go? He was here a minute ago. He's is like my right hand. Fudgy, get out of there. He's gotta be here. I mean, mess up a bit. It's only a mess right now because I brought everything in here to write it down before I list it. Remote. I'm watching this new YouTuber guy that I don't know how I stumbled on him. Oh, because he was doing costume vintage jewelry. Like what sells and blah, blah, blah. And he does other things. He does everything. But he's into vintage. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, it's just like I feel completely, not, oh, fuck me. Yep, I say the F word. I say it all the time. Yeah, sorry. I do have boxer briefs in case anybody ever gets scared that anything's going to be revealed. Just look like I'm wearing shorts. I just am looking at this because it's tiny. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. It's actual clothing. Oh, it's not the fakey clothing. It's the clothing. It is a baby bracelet. I don't know if the latch still works. Look at how tiny. I mean, come on. Watch me say that, and if I got it open, it'd fit on my wrist, but I don't think so. Can you see the clothing of it all? That work? Probably not, right? Oh, you can see me. Clothing, real clothing, has actual wire. This is old AF, and it has actual wire in the design. Do you know what I mean? Like they intricately placed the wire in. That's cool, but is that a little baby bracelet? I don't know if it'll open. See, it's got like a hinge and then a hinge with like a, I've had this sort of type before, but it's so tiny. I can't tell if it's, how long do you want to watch me do this? What if I just sat here for like 20 minutes doing that? How would that be for you? Might be. There's like a little. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. I'd love to see a real clothing and a vintage and just a beautifully, yeah. But I mean, I don't think that's what I'm obsessed with. I'm gonna have, well, it's probably no. You know how I can tell if it's a baby or like a kid's bracelet ish. Because if it's only like oh, it's 2 inches. Yeah, it's a little over 2 1/4. Okay, I won't spend all day obsessing on whether I can fit in it. But again, I would put small wrist, child's small wrist. Another one that's so worn, unfortunately. Like, yeah, this kind of thing. I would just have to say worn. Again, couldn't in good conscience say, oh, it's distressed. Because the elephant, he's fine being distressed. He doesn't mind. He's all about it. It's not even marked. Which is a shame, because these are everything. These, like, subtle swirl glass beads. Super pretty. So pretty. If you watch her video, you know who I'm talking about. I love her. Oh, Heather, are you gonna make me a video today, girl? Come on. Oh my god, this is one of those things. But oh, I'm just already over the moon with what those last few pieces. Like, come on. This looks like a hand homemade, but pretty. Again with the gosh darn, the niche lady. With the pretty, pretty beads. These aren't wedding cake. I think wedding cake, I think I have wedding cake maybe in the other batch. Or maybe they haven't shipped yet. I don't know. I believe, I mean, not that that's any big coup, but I believe what their wedding cake. Okay, is this the same earring that I put back, or did you guys? I should have 2 small things. Yeah, never mind. I thought I found the mate, but it's actually the same one I whoopsie put back. Wedding Cake are called Wedding Cake because they have kind of a, people. They have a little bit of a, here's the other Justin Bieber. Kidding. Do you want to see it? I'll spell the name. If you don't know, and this is like a sticker. Where's Travis when I need him? I need him bad. Berebi. Barabi. It's Barabi. We sell them, and they're cool. They're all different styles, but you could kind of tell. Oh shit, that's super broken. Those beads are coming off. Don't want them all over the floor, because I'm not trying to vacuum. Look at this little guy. Modern because the hook would still look pretty. Very, very like, this was like, I had a 24 karat, is that possible? So at least it was like 23 karat ring. And I just remember, it's the only one I had. Like that high I've got, I'm not gonna try to do this. Gold content, and the gold is kind of this color. I'm not saying that's what this is, I'm just saying that that's what it reminds me of. When you get up in the high carat. Yeah, carrot. How long have I been going? Yeah, not bad. Somebody's gonna be bummed that I'm so long, and somebody could shut me the fuck off if it's too long for you. Go watch Fresh Blooming. Did I already say that? She does 4-hour videos. I'm not kidding. I think I've said this before. And what you can say is that's a bob. That's what we say in this family. If you want to know why, because back in the day, I was an esthetician, skincare, and I worked at the salon in Beverly Hills. Yes, Beverly Hills. Well, I could tell you a jewelry story about that too. Anyways, I worked at a salon in Beverly Hills. It'll matter in a minute why I say, and I probably told this story. Anyways, the owner's name was Robert, and he was just he was a nice guy. Yeah, well, I just keep getting jinxed with Napier, Coro, you name it. I like it, but it's just what I would call modern Napier. And is it truly Napier? Because what? China started making their stuff like in the 70s or 80s? So Bob. Why it's a Bob if I repeat myself. He was just a regular guy, nice guy. And I was like 25, and the two girls that worked there, that was it. Yeah, two girls, hairdressers they were. They were like, I just said their age. Anyway, so Bob, I'm just looking to see if there's any missing stones. Doesn't look like there's any missing or dead. This is a little bit of an unusual piece. Oh, okay. It's as simple as it looks to open it. But does it? Okay, well, I like it. I like it a lot. Anyways, Bob would have this, he would tell stories, same stories, like he was telling them for the first time, but he would like tell them, and they were kind of long yarns too. I don't know why I just looked at that. It's pretty. I don't think my sister can use it because it's just, I don't know how she'd incorporate that into her weaving. You know, she usually needs a hole or something. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so Bob would repeat himself. And so we just started saying like, okay, Bob, yeah, Bob, when he would repeat the story. So then it became when any of us girls repeated a story, we'd go, okay, Bob, yeah, Bob. And then that, I've just carried that on, that tradition, and to my friends and family. So my son will be like, okay, Bob, yeah, Bob, when I repeat myself. See, that is what the Bob's about. This is just a no. It's a no name, but it does have writing on the back. So, like, I do shit with watches. I mean, it just looks, yeah, it just looks like cheap shit crap. So, where do I put cheap shit crap? I'll just put it in here now. I don't sell watches unless they're sort of decent. I don't like super expensive. Oh, and the other Beverly Hills store, if you want to know. It's about jewelry. Kills me every time I think about it, and it's been, what, 30 years? 35 years. And that's a J. Cruzy. I could tell by the quality. I loves me a J. Cruzy. That one's a pretty one. Really, it just feels like quality. You know what I mean? And mommy will keep this. If she likes herself a J. Crew. So pretty. It's pretty. Okay. So I was working in Beverly Hills. That's why I was at that same shop, same salon. So it wasn't like a Beverly Hills brag, like, we can Beverly Hills. I mean, it was straight up Beverly Hills. Nice Beverly Hills. They used to park in the, like a... How dare you?
Jesus Christ, you like weird.
What?
You're like weird about the whole...
Oh, no, I'm not. What do you want to say? I was right in the middle of a story. A story, Bob. I was about a Bob. It's about a Bob. What are you doing?
Walk and talk at the same time.
Are you going somewhere?
I'm waiting for the thing to put pressure on it.
I should be all right to go. I mean, it's just stupid not to go and just get the gosh darn things, you know? Huh? Okay, now stop talking for a little bit so I can continue my story. Okay. Okay. So, okay, so back to the Beverly Hills. What is happening right here? That's the strangest. That might be for my sister. So I didn't get a sister pile because she might use those. They're not really pretty. Okay, Beverly Hills. I'm parking. I used to have to park in residential. I think I used to have to pay the meter. That was a LA parking. Anyway. So one day it was raining, blah, blah, blah. I'm parked. I'm getting out to go walk to work. And I look down and there's like a little, you know, those Asian jewelry bags. Not the littlest one, like a medium one. You know the kind, satin. So I see it literally in the gutter. And I'm like, and I just like grab it. I mean, there's nobody around. I wasn't trying to be sneaky, but I was like, oh my God. Because before this, I swear to God, on my whatever, that I used to have dreams about finding jewelry. Have you ever had those? Of finding like a little treasure of jewelry kind of thing? Like all stuff you love? Okay, so my dream came true. There was this satin thing in the gutter, in the rain. I pick it up. I don't know if I waited till I got to work. Probably not, because it wasn't a very long walk with you. But I open it finally. And there was probably 7 or 8 rings, all gold, some white gold, but all, let me get this off because it's too big, but all like from other countries, like clearly, like there was diamonds, rubies, all the shit. But it wasn't just like generic modern wedding ring. Modern then would have been whatever it was, 1990 something. But just like, and they fit my fingers, and I loved every one of them, and so on. So anyways, fast forward. Well, I tell my people at work, I'm like, oh my God, I found this. What do I do? They're like, keep it. That's what you do. And I've always had this stupid conscience, karma thing, even when I was still drinking drunky. I just did, still do. I'm mad about it. Sorry, just a broken poo-poo. So I'm like, oh, and then, but I felt like some kind of like somebody was watching me. And every time I'd park, this went on for like a week. Every time I'd park my car and walk into work, I'm like, you know, not that I wasn't scared or anything, but I just felt like I was doing something wrong. And so then, fast forward, I don't know if it was several days or a week, a sign goes up on like the poles, on the telephone poles or whatever, saying lost jewelry, you know. It said something like more than that. I mean, that would be enough, right? Call this number and a $100 reward. Well, I'll just tell you that there was thousands of dollars in jewelry. And I didn't do it right away, and I still asked my friends at work, including my boss, Bob. And they were all like, it's finders keepers, man. And here's what made me call. It just, because these were so curated, these rings, I could tell like they were collected by, and they were antique. Like, and they were at least 75 years old. I know that's 100 years old as an antique, but they were old as dirt. Filigree, like, looked like they came from my favorite places, like either India or Egypt or other countries, not American kind of jewelry. And so I just thought of, like, if I had lost that, not even if it wasn't worth much, just it was curated. Somebody loved that jewelry. And so I called, and turns out, so long story short, I call, I get the $100, whatever. But when she comes and looks through the bag or whatever, she's like, I think there was some more, like, she accused me of keeping some. So and by the way, it was a young lady. Her grandmother had died. She was going to Beverly Hills to see how much she could sell this shit for. So my people at work were right, and I'm sorry as hell to this day that I turned them in. You can disagree and say, well, maybe she needed the money. Well, the fact that she then accused me and was really like, she even called me back when she got home and was like, I think there's some things missing. And I'm like, lady, bitch, please. I mean, and after that, when she said that, I thought, oh, dang, I should have done that. Just kept one of my favorite, like the prettiest pretty one I love. So the moral of that story is, I didn't do it to get it at a girl or pat on the back, but I didn't also do it to be accused of being a thief on top of turning something in. Oh, this is that same. Lifted Research Group, LRG. Well, that's not super promising. I mean, it's heavy duty. It's another. Is this the same chrono? Am I being a Bob? No, this is a different one. I haven't looked them up, but I will. Anyways, I'm not sure what the moral of that story is, other than if any of those things wouldn't have happened, like, well, if she wouldn't have accused me of being a liar and a thief, or if she was the original owner, because she didn't give two shits about that curated lot. She was just on her way to get some money, get her some green. And I think her grandmother, this is my thinking, I'm such an idiot, would have rather had me have it, because I would have appreciated it, not sold it off like a junkie. You don't know what this is. It's not marked. Well, I mean, there's some weird cryptic on it, but there's no, like, and I say that, and I've done that, and this really, I'm pretty sure it's not gold. And I'll go back and I'll look, and it's like, oh, whoopsie. Sorry guys, that was 14 karat. This is the earring that I was obsessed with, but I think I shouldn't be, because this is gold tone, and I guess the wear, the patina, whatever you're gonna call it, it's no longer gold tone. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of going in the side bin. So yeah, there really isn't a moral to that story. It's just that I regret to this day, at least not doing what I was accused of, and at least not keeping a piece. They were all rings, so I say a piece. Not keeping one ring. Just one. Didn't occur to me. Because I'm not a fucking dishonest piece of shit. That's why. Fuck. I swear, it's 30 years later or 35. I'll never say the early 1990s. Well, I was 25, I'm 59. You do the math, I can't. Should listen to them coworkers. Okay, guys, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want it. It's almost, I'd like to say it's almost done. I mean, right? Again, I eyeball it, and this time I will go through before I toss it, because I have gone back and found actual 14 karat gold that I almost tossed. I like this little pendant. Speaking of gold, it's not 14 karat, but it's a heart. This little rosary. Is it broken? Or is it not broken? Rosary type beads. Not rosary, but that style. Oh, what did my husband just say I'm weird about? Can't remember. Well, I was in the middle of a story. Oh my god. Okay, it's coming. There's an end to this madness. There's an end. And it looks like it's not broken. But see, like this tiny little fine, you probably can't. There's a fine little necklace hanging on to this. And I am 2 seconds away from cutting it, which I've done before. And then come to find out that little fine, stupid necklace, here it is. I don't think this one is, but the one I cut was 14 karat. It's like, oh, well, this feels like, this is like, what do you call that? This isn't like, I'm cutting it. This isn't even metal. This is that, I don't know what you call it, but it's getting cut right now. And if it was this fine, if the 14K was this fine, I don't give a shit. I'm not a gold hoarder. Or whatever that means. Yeah, see, this is sweet. It's got the cool little, I don't mind that clasp. I just don't like that other one that I showed you. Yeah. I mean, it's not like, oh my god. Oh, it's got a clasp on the clasp? It's like a charm situation. With the same, so somebody just put that, thought that was, I just love a little floatier. Somebody just thought that was a good idea. Well, it's not a bad idea. It looks like it was meant to be. They look like they were meant to be together. Yeah, the reason I get annoyed with my husband is like, okay, I'm gonna do a video now. Like go away. And he does that when I call my mom. I'm gonna call my mom now, and then he'll come in and start talking. I don't see him all day, and then I'm on with my mom, and he's like, hey, what's going on? Man, am I right? I do that every day. I love men, and I cannot lie. Yeah, I'm trying to get this guy loose, because it's pretty. That's pretty. It reminds me of, like, New York skyline. And it's just cheapy, but it's pretty cheapy. Guys, I do not. This was Claire's one, and I don't care which one. Yeah, pretty much 90% that that's Claire's, but you know, Claire's is as nice as some Trifari. Just saying. Same with Coro, same with Sarah Cove. All of it. They're cool. I'm a keepy. Oh my god, a keepy. But yeah, there is some. You just don't see it in the wild, and you don't see it come up. I don't. I have never gotten a Trifari. Do I mean to say Trifari? Yeah, Trifari. Designer piece like that from like the 40s or the 50s, where there's a couple different artists doing their work, and it was, there's that guy again. I don't know if it's the same guy. I'm gonna put him there, whether he's beat or not. Yeah, amaze balls. But that not. Oh. Oh. This is like a little memoriam, I think. Right? September 2012. Like, wouldn't that be that what that is? Nerd. Never mind. What's a nerd? Nothing to do with September 11th. Nerd? I don't think. What's a nerd? Okay, well, I can do some trash. I hate this angle of my face, but I don't care. I don't care. Oh. And this is the 6 pounds, right? So wait till the 8 pounds. I did want this one though. I'm not gonna try to bullshitty. I'm about to just let this be this, and I will check it again before I wreck it. But I don't spy with my little eye anymore. This necklace is alright. Right here. Is it a necklace? It's just a, what do you call it? Like an India. Oh, it's an anklet. Again, I'm trying to make that work with everything it doesn't. It's just an India anklet. And I can just tell it's an anklet because it's too big for the bracelet, too small for a necklace. There's how you use it. Oh, is that over there? But oh my god. Just those few pieces. Again, I only paid 50 for this one and 40 for the 8 pounds, so happy. Keepy. Oh, this one was 60 shipped, I believe. And the other one was 52 shipped, so 62 and 52. I'm just doing due diligence, and I'm not looking for gold or silver here. I'm just looking for anything that catches me fancy. My fancy. Oh, I have a sweet tooth, and I have nothing sweet to eat. I didn't feel good enough when I went out today to go to Vaughn's. Because I went to the Goodwill and estate sale. Did I say that? Yeah. I think I said that earlier. Okay. So we can be pretty much done. This is... Oh, is this the one that's going to go everywhere? Yeah. That one necklace is broken. The beaded one. And it was going all over the place. I can't with myself. I like these. It's vintage, not signed, but I like them. I'm gonna put it in a like pile. There's a love pile, then it's fine. I'll sell it pile, and then there's the goodbye to you pile, which is what most of this. And again, weight, who cares? I mean, it's nice to not pay a lot for the poundage. Tokyo Bay. That's a Tokyo boy. No, but in the end, if you get like 8 ounces of shit you like, I think that's that same Burberry guy. It might not be, but it's gone. It's gone your business. So I keep a polar bear, just a homemade rubber resin polar bear. I mean, do I? This is that same watch that I keep wishing was. It's an Eternity cord. It's just cheap shit. But there's one by Timex that's. Yeah, I'm not even gonna look that up because I think I already have looked that up. That's sells good with that little weird thing. Oh, Sneaky. My Sneaky. Can you see him? He's a Sneaky. Let's see if he's gonna turn my finger green. I can't tell if he's just copper. Copper tone. Says. Oof. Says something in there. God dang it. It's old. Oh, it's cool. Upon closer look, he's pretty cool. Yay, the ring gods are listening to me complain. Something Lyco? Oh, probably, yeah, Lyco or Mexico. Either way, I love a snake. I love a snake ring. And I love that it fits. And I still love this. And it's, God, I'd swear on everything I owned that was actually gold, but unless it's 10 karat, and I can't test that. So frustrating when it's not at least 14K, because then you do have to take it to the jeweler, unless you guys have heard of a better way. Or another way, I should say. Yeah, okay. So that was a nice little small, right? Heather. Oh, that color. Just, yeah, no, not nice smalls. Heather's a bottom of the bag girl. That's so funny. Tickle my face. Oh shit. I finally lost my shit. Oh my god. These are pretty. They're not gold. I saw them earlier, and I know they're not gold because I got the silver, even stainless, whatever. But they're pretty. They're pretty. You know what I mean? They're like grooved, or whatever you call that. Might have extra earring backs, so. Oh, let me sit up. I could keep slip sliding away, right? Ooh, eBay, thank you for your return. Yes. Yes, girl, yes. Oh, oh. Yeah, I had to return something I bought. It's, fuck my shit. God, I look. Camera adds 20 pounds. Is that what the deal is? Seriously. Oh my God, no. The bottom shit's falling out of my bed. It's just shit. It's mostly the beads broken from that stupid necklace. Anyways, here's the other earring. I don't know why I think they're cute, but maybe I can polish that so they're not. That needs to be the same color as that. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah. Ah, this dress. Oof. Okay, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. I won't keep these earrings because I don't like them. And I've got so many. I was thinking of making my favorite pierced earrings into non-pierced so that I could wear them because my holes closed up long ago. And I'm not about to go get them done again. Just trying to find this other earring because they're sweet. Sweet does not sell though. Does not. But they're sweet. And they're pierced. But yeah, oh, another cheap ring, but I'm gonna put it on my finger just because it's a ring. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it looked like it's adjustable. Well, it's not exactly adjustable. Dang it. Are you adjustable? Are you not adjustable? Another little earring, ring. I'm gonna synopsize. Yeah, because I might use a little vintage, not exactly gold, not exactly silver, tone thingy, but a fingy. I'll give this St. Christopher to my son. I don't know if it's St. Christopher, but it's just a cheapy one at any rate. What do I do with that rosary? Oh well. Boo. Put that over there. Guess I'm not gonna keep these earrings. Anyway, yeah, Google. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. If you say Avon, I'm gonna... Monet. I can't. I just can't anymore. With this, like, just garbage. Monet and Trifari and Napier and boo. I am so over it. So over it. So maybe if I keep talking about it, I'll get a real Napier piece or Trifari. I'll get a Jelly Belly. I'll get one of those, the frog or something that's just like, oh shit, that's gonna sell for $3,000. Because it's a true thing. It's just not a true thing that happens to me. Okay, so I'll put this little ringy on my fingy, even though it's. Actually, it kind of looks cool with that. It's just a little silver tone gold situation. Okay, down to the bottom, an adjustable ringy. It goes on my fingy. All right, that's the rest of that. It's just trash. Trust me on that. In synopsis, we don't know if either of these have any value. 99.9%. It's a fat now. Things that are very cool. A vintage tiny cloison bracelet. Lovely, lovely. Just feels lovely. J. Crew. That's not a seller and it wouldn't get much anyways, but it's cool. This freaking thing. Even nicer than I thought. I like just gorgeous. Double knotted. Vintage. Beautiful. This cool thing, which I'll test, but I just don't think it's sterling. I don't really want to sell it, so. This gorgeous. I don't know, I can't get it out yet. No, I put the stupid rosary in here. Nope. It's just from a kid. These earrings, which sell Bieber. That's Bieber. Beautiful necklace is buried. Gotta figure out who that is. 2028. Come on. You guys are probably going, yeah, dumb 2028. This is just so nice. What sold? Vintage, gorgeous, pink rhinestone, finally. Sold it for 40, I think. A gorgeous pink rhinestone bracelet that came in a lot. This is gorgeous. Yeah, I sold it for 40, finally. This is just... Yeah, it's glass. It's this is... Who? Okay. Yeah, I just need to be home before 6. Okay, baby. All right. Huh? I love you too. I love these more than my husband. These are just so cool. They're like fused. I mean, that looks like lapis. It's got gold specks. This looks like turquoise. Don't know. Not so good with knowing anymore with what they're doing with turquoise. They did not do that in my day. You could pretty much tell. They were the people that did the fakes. And they weren't exactly... well, they were fake. But they were like the Trading Post people. Like, I think they were even licensed. They might not have been. Native Americans might not have been cool with what they were doing. I don't know. I'm not trying to be politically correct or incorrect here. But nowadays, it might be the last 30 years. I don't know. I'm old. But in my day, you didn't have to, worry about, oh, the squash blossom. Is this real or fake? They didn't... Anything they did fake was real obvious, and they weren't trying to fool you. These days, they're trying to fool you, and, oh, also, they're implanted and shit. Implanted? That's not the word. Impregnated? Like, filled with resin and shit, like they do with jade. But now, because turquoise, probably too, because we're still, like, in the 60s and 70s when I was collecting it the most, there were still a ton of mines open, just mining away, getting that turquoise, and now it's like they're all they're all not closing down, but they're all washed up, or whatever you call it. They're not, they're done. So maybe that's what makes it, but these just feel cool. The black and white. What stones? And then the pink. These are just everything that you could want. That's what these are. And I'll ask a lot, or they may not sell for a long, long time. Is that you? Freaking me out. Oh, you're freaking me out. Okay, what else? I've been going a long time. This pretty little thing. This pretty little bracelet. I know it doesn't seem like much, but because it reminds me of the 24 karat ring I had. 22. This is 22 or 23. I think it was 24, but I'm just saying that color. If you haven't owned it, that sounds so patronizing. If you haven't owned karat gold, well, what's wrong with you? I've owned one ring, and guess what it had on it? It was it was pretty big and pretty whatever. Got it for a really good price. Tassel. Had a gold tassel. Chain tassel. I know what she's saying, though. I don't love dirty tassels. But in general, no maker. It's just it's lightweight. It just seems well made. If that makes sense. Being lightweight and well made. I'm trying to see how much tarnish. There's no... I wouldn't have to list it as tarnished at all. Because... there might be a little bit on the jump ring, but come on now. Hardly any. Not worth noting. Okay. Oh, long-winded. Long dong dong. These are pretty. I mean, they're glass. I'm not gonna say they're not. I love whatever these are. You guys know tendrils? No. Maridrils? Mokikataka? Tell me what these are. They come in different sizes. They're like a round bead, but they're rhinestone. There's a word. And you know who would know it? It's Prada. Nola would know it. She knows that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I like this. It's cool. Something about it that's just kind of cool. I don't know. It's cool. So this is, well, okay, so there's some over here. I love the elephant, even though he's very distressed. But what elephants aren't distressed these days? They have a hard life. Look at him. Oh, look at him. It's cute. I mean, somebody might still want him. I don't know. If they want to be like me and just adopt him. Or maybe I'll keep him. As a matter of fact, I don't know. But yeah. Oh, he's just adorable. Somebody would want him. I would put him up for like, even in that condition, I'd probably put him up for 30. Yeah. Oh, and I love these, and I wish this wasn't worn. And I wonder did somebody make this and put these? I think so. It's another thing, Nola, which is not her name, but I call her Nola. You know, she's real good at like instantly, homemade, handmade, meat. Shouldn't say it like that. I'm just saying I'm going to follow the tripod. Yeah, this was handmade, so it's a shame. Because these beads, you can't tell, they're gorgeous. They're just gorge. I mean, you can sort of tell, but you can't really tell because there's like swirls in them. So that's a bummer. I wouldn't sell it like that. It's all janky and the panky. And there's a million of these out there. I have one. I might keep this one because this one looks a lot more easily to wear. Easily to wear. More wearable, lightweight. The ones I have are like, put it on and you fall down to the floor. And then this one, well, we still have the 8-pounder, so yay. Oopsie. Yeah, it was these two. They had like 4 or 5 lots on that day, and it was these two that like, these I want. But super surprised that I was the only bidder on the 8-pound. Because, I mean, as far as I know, there was some cool shit in there. You know, it wasn't like it looked. Okay, so anyway, it's getting really long and boring. 2 more bracelets. Probably write the stuff in there. Oopsie. Oh, and the snaky Mexico. I've seen the likes of these on eBay before. They're vintage. This little guy, if he's sterling, I might wear him. Just, I don't want my shit turning. He didn't look sterling, but you know, looks can be deceiving. I just like when rings are my size. I don't know why that gives me a big thrill. And then this gold ring, which it looks so gold to me that I can't, like, and I'm not a gold, I know silver pretty well. Like I can spot usually sterling. Oh my God. Okay, so we're done. But those are the beauties. And I'm gonna look up 2028. I know it doesn't say 19. I'm not gonna look again. It says 2028. And I could tell it was a statement necklace in there, right, in the lot, because you could see it real good. But I just thought this is what you could see, bunch of, and then you could just see this guy. And I just thought, well, that's a beauty, so I didn't care. So this is rose gold, right? Yeah, rose gold color. Yeah, it's, you know, yeah, it's meant to look like Victorian. It's like rose gold beauty. I just want to keep playing with stuff because I'm so in love. And this one, which again, the way it feels like, I could go either way. Never mind. I was going to say it does not feel like sterling. The pendant does not. I'll try to remember to tell you in the next video if it was or not. I hope it's not. I mean, it'll sell either way, but yeah, I hope it's not. Because, fuck, I gotta stop loving everything. You know what I mean? Shoot. And yeah, the J. Crew. This is, if I saw this on eBay, would I buy it? No, I sure would not. I wouldn't. Honest to God, nope, I would not. But it's so pretty and it feels so lovely. And I love their sort of lifesaver clasps. It just, and I appreciate they make it for a small wrist. I'm surprised they did that though. You know what I mean? Because this isn't fitting anybody any bigger than my wrist. There's no adjusting. It's just a pale pink. It's just the way it feels. It just feels luxurious. So that's another thing. J. Crew, like I said to my friend Maria last night on FB, don't sleep on J. Crew. They got some beautiful pieces. Yeah, they got some junk, but they've got some beautiful pieces. Love these. Okay, this is now just way too long. Maybe I won't even upload it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be sorry. I should think of Fresh Blooming, who does an average of 2 to 4 hours and does not apologize for it. So I'm going to keep going. No, I'm kidding. But I am going to not try to... What is that? I really need to buy a new tripod because this is effing ridiculous. And it won't screw in any tighter. This pretty thing that I think is Claire's. Did we decide? And hopefully I'll have Travis for the next opening. Yep, it's Claire's, and I don't cares. It's cool. It looks like the New York skyline. That's what it reminds me of. I didn't live in New York. I've seen pictures though. I've seen pictures. Okay, so yeah, we have to go pick up our new glasses. I hope they got the prescription right. I love this. I know it's just a dichroic glass. And I don't have a chain for it to sell. Because that's the story of my life. I showed you this pendant. I don't know, it's some kind of modernist situation. It looks like sterling. What was I saying? Oh, we're going to pick up our glasses tonight. But you heard me tell him, can we go before, I'm going to tell him I can't go if we don't leave here till 5. Because I got an auction to bid on. This little guy, there's 2 of them, but they're pierced. So he's missing that part of his life. There it is. There's his matey. Oh, so it was that kind of pierce. That's going to be impossible. I thought maybe it was a hook. It's going to be really hard to find. Maybe sell it as a pendant. Because that's a macaw? Or is that a parrot? Somebody help me out. Or is it none of the above? Okay. I'm having too much fun. Can't bring on the 8-pounder. Okay, so this is it. In synopsis, this is it. Half of which I want to keep, but I will definitely make my money back on just, even if these guys are Fugazis. This one just feels nice, but you know how many times this happened to me? Where it's like, oh yeah, I haven't heard of this brand, but man, they wouldn't put all this, make this watch feel so good. And you look it up and it's like $9. I'm like, whatever. I know crap shit about crap shit when it comes to men's watches. Crap shit. And I admit it. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm even boring myself at this point. So that's it. That's what I'm saying. It's okay if you do a long video. Just don't start boring yourself. Then you're really in trouble. And little Nikki. And the little one down there. Let's go. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Because yeah, I tested the acid with 14 and it just disappeared it. And I told you about the 10K. I could probably test my, a fork, and the acid wouldn't eat it. It's unfortunate. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to use acid to test for 10K. I'm going to research it. I just know that all the jewelers I've talked to in person, all the YouTubers I've heard online are like, throw the 10 carat away. You'll only get false positives. And so then when I did my own experiments, I was like, ah, shit. You're gonna think everything in your house is 10K. Your cat's toenail. Ah, it's 10K. Seriously though, you are. Okay, I'm going. For real, for real, for real. I'll be back with 8 pounds.